What's up, everyone? It's DSP with a channel update so everyone knows what's going on. First of all, officially, yes, I've finally beaten Final Fantasy 13. For those of you that are interested or haven't seen it yet, it's all on my alternate channel, darksydephil, FFXIII, or darksydephil Final Fantasy 13. Jump over there. I'm not taking down that channel. That channel is going to stay open. That playthrough will be on the internet forever. And basically, if there's other games that come out, like a lot of people have said, gee, what about Final Fantasy Versus 13, which doesn't have a release date yet? Yeah, I might play that on there too. So we'll see what happens. You know, as more time passes, it would make sense, obviously, if I'm going to play other games related to Final Fantasy 13 that I put them on that channel. And maybe in the future, who knows, maybe if I play other JRPGs, maybe I'll put them all on that channel. It would make sense to maybe separate those from the rest of the stuff, since it's such a different game type, and it's also some of the longest games I've ever played. But anyway, what's on the horizon? A lot of people are asking what's next. Well, first of all, just so everyone knows, as we talked about last week and as you saw on the channel, the Super Battle Oprera qualifiers are going to happen. A little bit more of an update on that. We actually found out there are no other qualifiers for Super Turbo besides the one in Nashville, Tennessee. So basically there's going to be one tournament where 3 people are going to qualify to go to Japan. So I'm going to continue to practice for that. As you know, Super Turbo is the game that is my favorite Street Fighter game, and it's the one I'm the best at, and I'm actually a pro player at. I've won several tournaments of that game. So there's a treat for everyone who likes the game tomorrow. I'm actually going over to my friend Howard's house again, who has that Super Turbo cabinet, and there's going to be basically some of the best players on the East Coast are going to be playing Super Turbo. We're going to have myself, John Rambo, Howard obviously, but we're also going to have Dom Dai, Nahoho, and Chris Doyle, all from New York. Now, if you don't recognize those names, you probably haven't been fucking playing, because they've been in the top rankings for the past few years. These guys are some of the best on the East Coast, and they're all coming down here to Connecticut to play tomorrow. We really want to start, practicing, leveling up, and the only way we're going to be able to do that is to play against good people. We realize that. So tomorrow, we're getting our game on. So you'll see that on the channel. Hopefully anyone who's interested in Super Turbo and top level play, it's going to be pretty interesting. After that, what are the next games I'm going to play? Well, first of all, as I said on the channel already, I am going to be playing the first DLC for Mass Effect 2, which I believe is just a couple optional missions. I'm going to do that. Coming up this week, on March 30th, is the first map pack for Modern Warfare 2, called the Stimulus Package. I believe it's 5 new maps, so I'm going to check that out. I really haven't been playing Modern Warfare 2 that much. I haven't played it at all, actually, because what everyone's saying is there's all these horrendous bugs and glitches now that people are abusing. But at least if there's new maps, hopefully that won't be that bad, because people won't have found the exploits yet on those maps. So I'm going to be playing that. I'm not positive. There was a game, Singularity, that at one point I was interested in. It's that FPS game where basically you're supposed to have like time manipulating powers. They said that the release date had originally been this week coming up, but I don't think it is. I think it got pushed out again. But I'm going to check on that. If anyone knows, please comment on this video and let me know, because I'm not sure. But outside of that, I believe a week after Modern Warfare 2's maps is actually the official DLC for Mass Effect 2, the big chunk where you get Kasumi, the new character, and also a bunch of her extra missions, including her loyalty mission. So what better way to celebrate my birthday on April 6th than to dive into a game that I loved and so far is one of my favorite of the year, Mass Effect 2, and unveil a new character and a new story. That's going to be awesome. And then as new DLCs come out, I'm going to be playing them. What they've been saying is that the Left 4 Dead 2 DLC, The Passing, was supposed to come out in March, but here we are, it's the last week of March, and I haven't heard anything about a concrete release date yet. I even just checked on Wikipedia, and no one knows of a concrete release date. Everyone's just saying, yeah, they said March, but there's no date. So whenever that comes out, I'm going to play it, but I don't know when it comes out. So I do still have the game. It's one of my, still one of my favorite games out there is Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2. So I do want to play The Passing. Whenever it comes out, I'll be playing it, but I haven't heard anything concrete yet. But really, there's not that much going on. Every weekend now, I'll probably be playing Super Turbo a little bit in one form or another just to be leveling up. That doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to be recording it every weekend, but I would like to at least, get some of that done to get some practice in. But I think the next official game that's coming out that everyone's probably going to be interested in is Splinter Cell. And what I'm going to do is, I know there's a single player component and a co-op component. I might during the week when it comes out, and I believe it's 2 or 3 weeks it comes out, I might try to play the single player during the week, and then on the weekend maybe see if I can get John Rambo to come over here and we can do the co-op. And we'll see what happens. I am interested in doing the co-op with them. And then obviously the next big release after that in another 2 weeks is the Super Street Fighter 4 release, the giant release party I'm going to have, as I've said 100,000 times. I'm sure you're tired of hearing about it. But again, be sure to come back if you're interested in Super Street Fighter 4. On the release day, you're going to see all kinds of videos showing the new characters, showing new gameplay, showing what's different from some good players from Connecticut. We're going to get them all here and we're going to play. So anyway, that's pretty much it. Nothing much else really going on right now. It's a little bit of a finally slowing down, you know, and it was kind of a really overexciting first 3 months of the year. Yet it's literally every week there was a release after release after release. Some weeks had 2 releases at a time. Now finally it's running down, it's dwindling down, which is what's to be expected. You knew that was going to happen. It's going to slow down for a couple months. Then we'll have Super Street Fighter 4. I'll probably play that for a while, and you'll get into that. And then we'll have some more releases in May and June. And then it'll be the summer, and usually in the summer, historically, not a lot goes on with gaming. So we'll see what happens, but this is good. This might give me some time to work on side projects. Right now, no, I'm not planning to do any Hateful Truth videos because most of the games like God of War 3, Final Fantasy 13, you know, the videos really give my impression of the games. It's really games that people aren't sure if they're good or what they're like I did this year, Bayonetta, Darksiders. A lot of people were asking me, what are, you know, did you like them overall? We saw the gameplay, but I don't want to maybe necessarily watch the whole playthrough unless I know if I'm interested. Those were good games to do Hateful Truths on, but you know, AAA titles like God of War 3, everyone knows what it is. There's no reason for me to do a fucking Hateful Truth on it. And Final Fantasy 13, I'm sorry, I did like 220 fucking videos on that game. I've done enough, okay? No more Final Fantasy 13 footage, please. I've done enough. Maybe if there's a new game of Final Fantasy 13, I'll play it, but not on that game. I'm tired. I'm done with it. I spent like fucking 50 hours playing it, and I'm completely done with it. So that's it for now. What I will do is I will continue to update everyone on what's going on with the Super Battle Opera qualifiers for Super Turbo. If there's any change, if there's news, like if the tournament date actually gets announced and things like that. And I'll keep you informed because a lot of people have already expressed their interest and said, hey, maybe I'll go to this Nashville tournament to watch DSP and John Rambo and other people play. And right now we really are gung-ho. We really want to go to it. It's like really in our plans to go. So as soon as it gets announced, we're going to start making plans and go from there. So that's about it. Nothing really much else going on. If anything else is going on, let me know because, like I said, it seems to be a slower time of the year right now. Like a lot of DLCs and things are coming out. But besides that, not a lot of releases. So April might be a slower month with a couple of DLCs here and there. Splinter Cell, and then at the end of the month to end it, Super Street Fighter 4 is really going to blow it up. So that's it for now. That's what's on my plate. And if anyone has any comments, let me know. If you think there's anything interesting coming up, let me know. And by the way, I've said it once, I'm going to say it one more time, and that's it. I'm not playing Just Cause 2. I just wasn't interested in it, so I don't feel like playing it. I don't have to play every game that comes out, guys, especially if it's not a popular title or a AAA title, you know, that really begs to be played. Let me put it to you this way. I never fucking heard of Just Cause 1, okay? If I haven't heard about the first game, chances are I don't care about the second game. And I really have not even heard of the first one. I mean, I only heard about Just Cause 2 because people started talking about it on my channel. I watched a couple videos. I was like, it doesn't really appeal to me that much. So we'll see what happens, but I'm definitely not playing that game. But there might be some other games, like I said, Singularity. If it ever gets a fucking release date, I might be interested in something like that. So anyway, this is DSP. Again, thanks everyone for tuning in as usual. If you're a new subscriber, welcome. I always like to say that because every week I get hundreds and hundreds of new subscribers, sometimes thousands. So I hope you do feel welcome. And we will see you later tomorrow, basically, with more Super Turbo. And then we'll go from there.